that world heavyweight float. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure foe. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this micro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. You came prepared, now get ready for the show. Introducing the Ballin' Bud 703 Boys Crew, Clubber D, Dirty Mojo, Shane Peach, and the Sports Professor. Welcome to Sunday Showdown. Yo, 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 what up, friends? Ballin' Buds, back at it another week. And you know your boy over here, very, very happy. Fantasy championship, your boy looking good. Number one draft pick. And yes, I was at Loopy's rooting actively for the Raiders to lose. I was cheering every interception. I was cheering every Geno Smith sack. And boy, oh boy, we might got that number one locked up. But until further ado, let me talk to my brothers here. And I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. We hope you enjoyed it. I've got Clubber D at Clubber D on YouTube. I've got Shane at Peachomania on Twitter. And I've got Lamar at Dirty Mojo on Instagram. Let's go around the horn. How was everyone's Christmas, Lamar? Let's start with you.
Christmas is good, man. You know how it is for the kids, man. Kids had a good Christmas. My sister came down, spent some time with me. She's still here. So, yeah, my sister Mimi came down, spent a little time with me. My mom's going to come down on Thursday, so I'll get New Year's with Mom. And I was pretty good this year, so I got everything I asked for, a bunch of new underwear, a bunch of new socks, deodorant, body wash, so I'm good to go, man. But you know how it is. So, hey, I'm fresh to death, guys. But
Peach, I know your parents, Peach, have never giving you just underwear and socks. I know they give you some presents for real. I don't know what this guy got.
That's true, but you do always got to get the underwear and socks, man.
That's true.
That's a classic. I mean, come on. I mean, that's good. My Christmas was great, man. And hey, like I told you off stream, I still got until the 5th before I go back to work, so I'm enjoying myself.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. Nice.
Long break, Clubber D. How was your Christmas, and what did you think about boxing this weekend?
Boxing was all right. I mean, I didn't stay up and watch that mess. I wasn't waking up at 7 to watch a fight. But yeah, no, it was good. It was very fun, very eventful. I'm happy that the gift I got my dad, he told me today it worked pretty well. So I'm
what was it?
That. I'll tell you offline. Right. Other than that, it was good stuff. Good stuff.
Awesome. Well, yeah, everybody make sure you tap in with everybody on this panel and make sure you hit that like button because it helps all of us here in the algorithm as well. Make sure you subscribe to Ballin' Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube. Handy QR code up there at the top. It'll take you to all of Ballin' Buds socials as well. Clubber D socials are there as well. And I'm going to have to add Dirty Mojo and Peachomania here soon. But we've got other things to talk about, gentlemen. Oh, shout out Dion Pratt Business XXL Boxer tuning in on Instagram. We appreciate you, brother. He shares your name, Clubber D. Hey, I did an interview with him. He's from Louisiana, too.
Oh, what part?
I don't remember what part. I apologize. But I know your family's from there. So there we go. All right. We moving on. Let's get to some of these blowout and booty juice games we had today. There were a couple. So let's start with the Bengals beating the Cardinals 37-14. The Saints beating the Titans 34-26. We had the Patriots blowing the smoke out of the Jets. Holy cannolis. 42-10. That is what our girl Alicia Bumgardner would call a well-seasoned ass whooping. Let's talk about those first before we get into our games, Peach. I know I didn't forget you. I just want to get these out of the way because they suck. Any thoughts on these games, gentlemen?
Is Aaron Glenn going to be a one and done? I mean, the New York Jets are way worse than last year, in my opinion. And I know you don't usually want to fire a coach after one season, but man, they're bad, especially on defense. And that's his specialty. Man, they're horrible. And ho-hum go the Patriots. I mean, I know their schedule hasn't been tough, but they're blowing out everybody.
Well, come on now. Their schedule has been cupcake.
It has, but
not their fault.
But they're still destroying the teams, though. Like I said, they're
Exactly.
they're like the Commanders last year, but we didn't blow out everybody. We had like last second game. They're just taking these teams to the woodshed. And if it wasn't for, I mean, Drake May might be the MVP. I mean,
maybe.
I mean, maybe one
Who
person.
else are you looking at there? I mean, Matthew Stafford fell off.
Stafford, that's it. To me, it's Matthew Stafford or Drake May. That those are the two guys. I don't see anybody else.
Cover D, do you have any thoughts on any of these games?
I actually liked the Tennessee Saints game. That was actually pretty good down the end. And I'm eating crow on this one. Tyler Shock is legit. He is a good quarterback.
300 yards. 300 yards. Yeah.
The last few games he's been doing 300 yards, and also Ward's not bad either. You know, I know he's the first pick overall, but he's improved each step of the way. I mean, it's just a crappy team. They're probably their youngest team. They're starting the most rookies, and it shows. But he's not like a deer in headlights first year QB. Both of those two young QBs are going to have a great career.
Yeah, me and my dad were watching that game, the Titans and Saints, because it was on ABC at the bar, and he said, "Wow, Cam Ward has really improved this year, and the Titans are playing better as the year has gone on." And I said, "Yeah, no doubt about it." And he made this incredible throw where he was like about to get sacked.
Yeah,
hit
his knee. Yeah,
that was great. Lamar, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, as far as those booty juice games, man, the Jets. I agree with you, Peach, man. I think Glenn is a one and done. And here's the reason why. Okay. I'm gonna tell you why. Here's the reason why. Because they've had such a terrible season this year. The only thing about them, the reason why I would say this is because look, they did coop up a lot of first round picks from trades. And I think that when you look at a team, you know they got to get a quarterback, right? You want to get your coach that you're going to have to pick his quarterback. So if Glenn is not going to have, you don't want to have him pick a quarterback and then be asked again next year and then you get rid of him. Might as well just clean slate, start over, get you a new coach in there with all those picks. Try to get this guy to pick the team. I mean, listen, hey guys, I don't know about you. I'm a fan of records, and I am dying to see them break the record of no interceptions all fucking year. It's another game they didn't have an interception. That's a
we only got 6, so
stat.
I can't talk. We only got 6.
Hey, 6 is better than 0, right? I mean,
that's true.
They don't have an interception all year. A lot better. True. So, as far as the Saints game, man, you know what I like about that type of game is that you see these guys that are eliminated and they're still fighting. They're still playing good. They're still playing good football. For Ward, it sucks because Ward actually has really no superstar star guy around him, and you know he's doing what he can do as a rookie, as you know, with nobody out there. I mean, I'll be honest, I cannot name a player on their team aside from him.
Pollard did. I think it's the longest active streak for having 1,000-yard rushing. I think this is 4 in a row. The longest active right now. So we did go over 1,000 this year.
Yeah,
and shout out to Chris Olave and shout out to Breece Hall for keeping me alive in fantasy finals. Thank you, keeping me alive.
By the way, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, I prayed for you, and thank God you came through, baby. Because I said this. I saw Jamar Chase, right? He scored that first touchdown. He went and did the sign of the cross. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
Whoa. Slow your roll. Slow your roll, Omar. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. Slow your roll.
Who slow your roll?
It's a shame Art didn't draft him. He might be beating you right now.
Yeah, right? Hey, he might be. We'll see. He's still got players tomorrow. So I got to watch out for Art the Clown. Yes, he does look like he could be an extra from the Terrifier horror movie.
What? And I'm going to say one more thing that Lamar brought up, the no interceptions thing. Now that I think about it, if you just show all the NFL players with an interception, they all have more interceptions than the Jets. How crazy is that? And I hope it continues next week to end the season.
I do too.
Because that's insane. Too. That's insane to think about.
That's a stat that I don't think no other team will ever have. You know what I'm saying?
Did the Lions have interception that 1 year? They probably had one.
Yeah, they had to have, because I don't remember a season where a team has never had an interception the whole season. That's
just unheard of.
Oh, touchdown.
Who do they play next week?
Touchdown Bills.
What do we got? Touchdown who?
Touchdown Bills.
Oh, well, here comes the 2 that I talked about. They're down 2.
Knox just scored. Touchdown Bills.
No, they're down 1.
Oh, is he down though, Dion?
What's the score?
I don't know. You're faster than me, Peach. You're faster than me.
No, he's in. I think he's in.
Hey, Chad.
They're down 1. What do you mean they're down 2? It's
Ask
13 to
who's
12.
your favorite team.
Who you asking,
Dirty
Chad?
Mojo likes the Falcons. Shane Peacher likes the Redskins. Clubber D, as you can tell, likes the 49ers. And I am a lowly Raiders fan, hoping for the number 1 pick.
That's close. That camera is close.
We are moving it into your game, buddy.
Oh, God.
We had some close ones on Christmas Day. All the games, I mean, they weren't close per se in terms of, but the outcome was close. 30-23, your Commanders got beat by the Cowboys. I mean, look, that was a poor showing, but only you can tell it best. What did you think?
I actually thought they played well at first. I mean, what do we expect with Josh Johnson, the quarterback? I'm not expecting much. It was a nice, quick game, which I loved. Get it over with. We got one more game of this hell season to end this thing. And we guaranteed ourselves a top 7 pick. So that's the lowest we can pick now. So, hey, I can deal with that. But this hell season needs to end, and thank God we only have one more week until that happens.
And as a follow-up, who would you like for your first-round pick if you had your choice?
We need everything. So there's no really guy that I'm looking at right now, right? We need pass rush. We need a receiver. We need defense, like the entire defense. So we'll see. But like I said, we're going to be picking probably like 6th or 7th. So
trade.
I don't know who's going to be there by the time we draft. So we'll see.
No, I was just wondering if you had a favorite. I know you like to mock draft. So,
well, usually not this early, but yeah.
Yeah. Dirty Mojo, thoughts on this game?
It sucks because it's your rival, Peach. You know what I'm saying? You want to go out, no matter if you have a bad season or good, you want to go out beating your rivals, and the Cowboys are Washington Commanders' hated rivals. It's just another year. Did you guys beat them earlier this year?
No, but again, we had I didn't have no expectations with Josh Johnson, our third-string quarterback, having to play.
Yeah.
And the thing that sucks is our defense didn't play bad against the Dallas offense. I mean, we had 6 sacks. That's incredible. Like, Dak Prescott got sacked 6 times. So it is what it is.
But you know what? As far as it goes with the fan versus fan, you know what I'm saying? That's just a year-long. We swept you guys bullshit that you have to listen to and da. So yeah, I mean, it sucks to go out like that, man. You know, for the Washington Commanders, their season coming to an end obviously next week, with all the injuries that they've had and everything like that. I would say what your questions you asked, Peach, maybe solidifying a legit offensive lineman to just help protect that star-studded quarterback that you have, and then build off everything else in the free agency and stuff like that. But sucks, man, as you go out losing to your rivals, man. But they just haven't had it this year. They've just been so injured. You can't come back from all the injuries that they went through at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Hey, Clubber D, I love how Peach is giving us a tour of his whole house while he's doing the show.
Because I'm trying to watch the end of this game too, so I'm kind of walking with it.
That's why I got on the phone here. It's 6 seconds left. Buffalo just called a timeout. They took the touchdown back. It is 4th and goal on like probably the inches, half yard mark to get in.
If Peach goes outside and Red Man doorbells it, like I will fucking go crazy,
if Peach goes outside, I'm gonna start having so many flashbacks. We may not even be able to finish this program.
There's no Doritos out there.
Oh, gross.
Oh no.
There's no Doritos outside.
Not Sid Vicious. Don't be.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Josh Allen. Push he's in.
God, you're like 10 minutes quicker to me. They're still in the huddle. Gotta break it up. Come on, YouTube TV. Good grief. Look, they haven't hiked the ball yet.
Go ahead and make the bet. Make the bet on some sort of shit that they're going to score.
Oh,
now it's touchdown.
They're going for 2 for the win.
They're going for 2 for the win.
Yeah, I just saw.
All right, here we go.
Well, you're going to know for me, so.
Clubber D, do you have thoughts on the Cowboys Redskins before we get to this play?
I mean, I was happy they kept Pickens in check for fantasy purposes, but other than that, Redskins, I'll say a good thing for the Commanders is that Johnny Newton actually played him. He did well because that's like a 2nd or 3rd round pick they had. What, year or 2 ago, Peach?
Yep,
you guys don't play a lot of your young guys. Yeah, you guys don't play a lot of your young guys. He had a great game, so hopefully he could build off of that. But it's kind of like a throwaway game. It means something to the players, but
yeah, I mean, they were both
outside looking in.
Here we go. What we got? Let us know.
Oh, and the Eagles called timeout. So we got timeout.
He's still in the huddle. He's still calling a play for me. He's literally still calling a play. Now they just
all right. Well, let's look at the next game. While we're about to get to that, we did have the Lions versus the Vikings, and look, the Lions were eliminated from playoff contention in this one, gentlemen. What a horrible way to go out losing to your rival who was starting Max, the deuce, Brosmer. I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but they were starting him. Clubber D, we'll come right back to you. What are your thoughts on this game?
First of all, Maxwell. You have Justin Jefferson.
Maxwell
on your team. Throw him the ball. Okay? People who have him in fantasy like to get those points.
Here we go, guys. If you want to
pass him the ball.
Play by play.
Let's go. What you got?
Josh under center. 41 in motion.
Oh, people got to jump in the TV.
There we go. Fades back to pass. Yo, incomplete. He was wide open.
Why would you throw the ball?
Dude, he was wide open. They should have thrown the ball. That was a
horrible pass. Now he's breaking huddle for me. All right, now it's Hike.
Watch how wide open 10 is. You got to make that pass.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. Sell out for Shakir. Sell out for that.
Shout out Hope K1K. Appreciate you tuning in. Looks like that's Japanese. We appreciate you all the way from Japan. Oh. All right. So what are our thoughts on this game, gentlemen? The Lions-Vikings. Any thoughts on the Vikings upsetting the Lions and taking them out of the playoffs?
Jared Goff, 4 picks he had, 4 turnovers?
He had a lot of picks.
Gibbs had a turnover. I mean, Gibbs
had a horrible game.
This was a Lions year, this game. I think their window is that window sealed. Just
what? Sealed.
I think it's gone. That's it.
Yeah, because that division is tough, and the Bears are getting better. The Packers are getting better. And I'll tell you, what's salt in the wound, because that loss was a big reason the Chicago Bears win the NFC North. I mean, what's salt in the wound? Your former offensive coordinator leaves, takes a last-place team in your same division, and wins it. Unbelievable. Poor Lions fans, back to poverty they go.
Dirty Mojo. Dirty Mojo, do you have thoughts?
I think the writing was on the wall with Detroit after last week. I don't think they were going to make the playoffs, even if they would have won out, because it was just too much ahead of them for them to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? This is 100% on Dan Campbell and the coaching staff. They were outplayed the last 4 or 5 weeks. I think they went 1-4. I mean, that's a terrible outing to go the last quarter of the season. Not to mention, he's calling offensive plays and you only put up 10 points against the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings are not a good team.
This earlier in the season.
We talked about it earlier in the season. We talked about the defense. The defense is terrible. From last year to this year, they've made no changes. Dan Campbell has to figure out what he wants to be. Does he want to be the offense coordinator? Does he want to get somebody in there that can call the offensive plays for him? And then he has to change that defense up, because the defensive coordinator, whoever's their coordinator, is not doing a good job there in Detroit. I still believe with this team, I still believe that they can be a team next year that can compete in a very competitive division. I mean, even with it, if they win next week,
players. They've still got
right. And then, next week they get a win, they'll have 9 wins. So I mean, I think everybody in that division will be a winning team, right? Well, no, the Vikings. I don't know who the Vikings play next week, but I mean, everybody is going to be at least above 8 wins in that division.
Wow, so you're right. Yeah.
It is a competitive division. He can turn it around, for them too again next year. You guys have been talking about Jared Goff the whole season, and I think I'm on board with you guys. But it's one of those ones. Do you take this team and bring in a rookie? Or do you have to go out there and find a veteran that can probably win it for you? But I don't think it's Jared Goff that can do it. But I wouldn't put any money in on them. These guys drafting a quarterback, and then however their season goes next year, let's start this guy. They got to figure that part of their season out too. So quarterback is something they got to figure out. Defense is something they got to figure out. An offensive coordinator. Dan Campbell has a lot of work to do this offseason.
And other people got other things to figure out, especially bots and trolls in the comments. We will see you on the other side. Get the fook out, you mofo. Ain't nobody got time for you. Get out of here. We ain't showing your comment. Anyways, I agree. I think that the Lions are a team still. They got the players, they got the pieces. It was a bad year. Imagine had they have kept Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn one more year, they would have won the Super Bowl.
We might be able to get Aaron Glenn back next year, as we talked about earlier.
Stupid. Maybe that's possible. Let's move it into that night game. The Broncos won the AFC West. Now, they didn't win it till the Chargers lost officially, but the Broncos are your AFC West division winners. Hey, Hot Take Jake, shout out to you, brother, if you're watching. Hey, I mean, congrats. I don't like it. I hate it. But you know what? That's something big, that the Chiefs are finally not on top anymore. Peach, we're starting with you on this one. What are your thoughts?
Slow game for the start for the Broncos there. Bo Nix always seems to do this, and that's why I don't believe in him. But he makes the clutch plays at the end of games. It's kind of strange, but yeah, he's pretty clutch. But for 3/4 of the game, he's nowhere to be found. And even against, as you said, like a bad Chiefs team that has nothing to play for and is playing their third-string quarterback, and they should have blew him out earlier, in my opinion. But hey, they got the job done. They won the division, and that's all that matters. And they'll be playing in the playoffs in 2 weeks.
They won the division, and they will be in, and the Chargers will be in. The Chiefs and the Raiders will be out. Clubber D, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I agree with you, Peach, but I will say this: unless Chris Jones is not strapped up and ready to play, that defense is always going to be on point. He's the most unblockable person in the league. However, he did go off sides and kind of give them the game. But I knew the Chiefs defense would show up, but the offense was going to be a question mark. This is probably Kelsey's last game at home. I don't know if it's changing of the guard in the West, but it's looking toward changing of the guard in the West.
I mean, I would love to think so, Clubber D, as a Raider fan, but unfortunately, I think if Mahomes comes back healthy next year, what's to say that if they don't beef up their offensive line, which is really a real big sticking point for them. I mean, you've got Chris Jones on the defensive line, so if you can build that offensive line up and get protection in there from all those retired linemen they had the past couple of years, maybe you can extend Patrick Mahomes a few more years because, again, you've paid this man $500 million, over what, 14 years it was, I believe?
Yeah, but that safety net of Kelsey might not be there.
Sure.
So who's going to step up for that? That would be the only question for me.
Yep, I agree. All right, cool. Let's move it on. Let's see what we got coming up next. Hey, Houston versus the Chargers. We talked about this just now. The Chargers losing to Houston, which made sure that Houston took the number 5 spot in the playoffs. And honestly, gentlemen, I don't know how many teams want to see Houston's defense in the playoffs. Let's start with whoever wants to start with this one. Anybody got thoughts on Houston and Chargers?
So it was a big win for Houston. I think the Chargers realized that, hey, look, they weren't going to win the division out there. So it's kind of like a slower, slower pace of play. Yeah, but it's going to be a very interesting couple teams that are going to be the wild card teams. You have a hot Houston team, you have a really good Buffalo Bills team, and you have a really good Los Angeles Chargers team. And, the way I look at it, as far as Denver, I didn't get to talk about Denver the last segment, but Denver would have to play one of those 3 teams. And let's look at it like this. They lost to the Chargers once. They have to play the Chargers again next week, right? I think that game against Houston was a close one, like 15-16, right? Mm-hmm. And Buffalo's a good team. I don't want to take anything away from Denver because they've had a fantastic season. Right now,
no doubt. I mean, they played above their heads, right?
Yeah, 13-3. But if you go back and Omar, I'm pretty sure you can do the numbers for me and come back to it. Their last 8 games, I think they scored 31 times, and the rest of the scores are like 24, and maybe I think a couple times they've only scored in the teens. So
they play down to their opponent.
Yeah, their offense isn't really explosive. Their defense is fantastic, but like I said, the 3 teams that they probably can play is Houston, the Bills, and the Chargers. All 3 teams that are very capable of beating them. So yes, I don't want to take away from Houston and this win that they had last night against the Chargers because I think the Chargers are a good team, and I had picked the Chargers to win that division. But they're really hot along with the Jaguars. It's going to be a fun first round of the playoffs that I like to see, and I don't think there's any mismatch. I really do believe that all the games are going to be ones that people are really going to have to look in and say, any team can win these games. So I like the level of like it's very even across the board in the AFC in that first round of the playoffs.
I looked it up. Just to let you know, in Denver's last 8 games, they were averaging 2.5 touchdowns a game. So that's pretty good. When you, I mean, it's not great, but it's good for what it's what you need.
So
with
20 points, 19 points again.
19
but that's what you need for that defense. That defense, if they can hold other teams to 14 points a game, that's all you need.
I mean, the Giants should have beat them, and I was at home. That was in Denver. They should have. The Jackson.
I don't trust the Broncos. And, don't get me wrong. I do not.
No, we're all on the same page. We're all on the same page on that. It's just that, like we said about Bo Nix. Bo Nix is good. He steps up when needed to, but he's not going to wow you all the time. I swear on everything. It's play action, roll to the right. That is what they do every other play, but nobody can stop it. So.
Hey, shout out Papi Chuneo. Hey, brother, you're not going to get anything from here. Who believes in coordinating outfits with your women?
Don't care.
Me and Coverty obviously do not. Peach agrees with us. Lamar, do you match with your wife on Christmas?
No, and I have 4 kids. I am not matching them at all. No.
Boo!
Look, if you want, I don't care. If you want to do that, if you want to be double mint twins, do that. If it's fun to you, do it. Don't worry what everyone thinks, but there's not a committee of people that hate on it. I don't care either way.
But when you match the dog, we've got a problem. And he was matching the dog in that Instagram.
Yeah, that's wild.
Same color.
Hey, more power to you. If you like, have fun. I don't care. My dog ain't getting no clothes.
You know we love that.
My dog ain't never got no clothes from me.
Yeah, I was gonna say dogs should not wear clothes.
No, not at all.
No.
I mean, I don't.
The white people say, "Oh, they're cold." Man, they have fur coats. Like, shut up. They're not going to be.
Well,
cold,
good thing that 3 of us have no. Well, Peach has
Peach is going to put us in a nursing home,
but thankfully, none of us have kids other than put them in a nursing home.
Yeah, like this. Bronson does well in the summer, fall, winter, spring without a tight ass turtleneck. So he'll be all right.
Without a tight ass turtleneck,
he'll be all right.
All right, gentlemen, let's move it on. Let's get back into some of these games here. So we went through those. Green Bay, Baltimore. Baltimore kept their playoff hopes, albeit slim, alive. 18% in their playoff hopes right now. But
it ain't slim anymore, my friend. It ain't slim anymore.
It's a 50-50 shot, ain't it?
Talk to me.
Big win for them, and then they needed the upset, which they got today. We'll talk about that later, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But man, sorry, Brandon. I hope Baltimore wins because it's setting up for a Baltimore-Buffalo first-round matchup, guys. And who would have thought that? I mean, we need that. God. Because I'm sorry, Pittsburgh is so boring to watch right now.
Oh my God, that game! I wanted to pull my eyes out.
I need Buffalo and Baltimore more than I need Buffalo and Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, but let's bring on the Ravens.
And, that game was so bad, dude. I was watching. I was like 10-6 for like 2 quarters.
I talked to Clutch, and he was like, he said that their whole game plan was to stop Garrett from getting that sack. They were either chipping him or having a tight end or having running back chip him. That's all they were doing. He's like, they didn't throw towards the middle, towards the end of the game.
And Rodgers would just throw it away. Like Rodgers would just throw it away just to avoid the sack. Like he didn't even care if it was a intentional grounding. Like that really worked. It really was.
They were scared of Myles Garrett like he was the plague. So,
but if you're going to be scared of Myles Garrett and you're only going to score 6 points versus a Cleveland Browns team that has one of the best defense in the league, but if you're going to be a playoff team and Aaron Rodgers is going to be your quarterback, you got to score way more points than that. That is completely unacceptable. They do not look like a playoff team, and they're going to be one and fucking done.
And go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll talk about Derrick Henry last night also, guys. Hopefully you didn't have to play against him in fantasy. If you did, I'm sorry for you. 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. Holy moly, he was on fire. He was mad about that fumble last week, guys. He was mad about being sat out that last drive.
The only thing
stupid.
The only thing that the Steelers got going for themselves next week is that game is in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look good, and just like I asked you guys, Tomlin's coaching for his he's basically coaching for his position to stay.
But he has a winning record again for the 19th season in a row or some shit.
Yeah, I know.
That saves him.
Yeah, and the only
just because you're one above 500 doesn't mean like I get what you're saying, Omar. I 100% get what you're saying. I'm with you, but for me personally, if I was a Steelers fan, I'm not happy with just being over 500 or making the playoffs and losing the first round. When's the last time they won the first round? Well, like 6-7 years.
Yeah, when's the last time they won a playoff game? That's right. That's the big question right there.
Like, come on, man. Like that stuff. That's cool.
We have to look at what we just talked about on the last part. Is that who are the 3 wild card teams? They're gonna have to play one of those wild card teams, and they're just not. They can't match up against those guys. And no, they can't. They won't. And with this, it's like, yeah, Tomlin. It's time for a change of scenery, and not in a bad way. Not in a.
Where would he go though? Where would he go?
Anywhere you want, really.
He could go anywhere.
Atlanta.
He could go to the Jets.
Mike Tomlin in there.
Hey, the Jets are going to get rid of Glenn. You go to New York. You go to Atlanta. You can go to New York Giants.
Yeah, that media in New York. He rock with that.
I think he could. I think
but we have to take into account the fact that the Steelers rarely get rid of coaches. They've had 3 coaches in their whole entire time.
You're right, but at the same time, listen, it's a change of scenery. I think it would almost be like when the Colts let go of Manning. They come in, they kind of cried out like, "Hey guys, look, we're this is all love, but we got to go in another direction. We've had you for 20 years." But
we also knew they were getting Andrew Luck, which turned out to be shit. But
but a player compared to a coach, but you know what I'm saying? It's almost like what with Philly. Philly was always in the playoffs. They were in the NFC Championship 3 years in a row. At some point, they was like, "Listen, Andy, we just got to go a different direction." And it could upstart for both of them. He goes somewhere with a fresh start. They bring in a new coach with a new fresh type of style of play, and it could be a blossom for both of them. But yes, anything short of the AFC Championship and even the Super Bowl, I think Tomlin's out of there. But I think that Lamar Jackson comes back from the injury to bring his team that was way down in the dirt back to the playoffs, and just like Pete said, has that game against who? The Buffalo Bills. And what did you say? If Allen doesn't get it, and he's going to go against who? His fucking playoff nemesis, Lamar Jackson, and with fucking Mahomes out of there, he just can't seem to get away from these motherfuckers. And then guess what's going to happen, Peach? The Buffalo Bills will lose.
And then they're going to fire their coach along with the – and by the way,
he need to sit his black ass down.
Omar brought up a great point here.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers we've never seen – we are 43 years old, and we've never seen the Steelers ever fire a coach. They've always retired. Think about that.
Yeah.
This might be the first time we've ever in our lifetime seen a Steelers coach fired.
Dude, I wish I pray to the gods that the Raiders would ever have continuity of that.
Hey, they won't fire him. They will not fire him, no, Peach.
He'll step down.
Office, and there'll be some sort of mutual, hey, let's.
But we'll really know. I don't care.
A gentleman's fire.
a gentleman's fire, right? Shake my hand. Hey,
I got 2 things. I got 2 things about this game. 2 things.
Good.
One, we can't name nobody from the Mike Tomlin coaching tree as long as he's been coaching.
Wow.
That's one thing.
Wow.
Second thing, if Shador, because we're all talking about Mike Tomlin right now, but no one's talking about Shador actually winning this game. Not that he wowed anybody. If Shador would have had the stats of Dart last week, what do you think all the haters would have said? You know what I'm saying? All the swallowers are going crazy right now. All the prime sexuals they're doing backflips right now in 21 jerseys in Atlanta and Niners and Cowboys. They put them all together and a Ravens 37. They put all the jerseys on. They're doing backflips in their bedroom right now over what Shador did. But, isn't it funny how the media works like that?
Yeah, it always happens.
I thought about this. We were talking about
But Shador Sanders is going to be their starting quarterback next year.
He should be.
He should be.
He should be.
And I'm going to say this. The only thing about Shador is, how can your dad be primetime Deion Sanders and you not have any kind of speed?
None.
I don't get it. He got
look at Deion Jr.
Like when Michael Jordan, it's like when Jeffrey Jordan had no hops. That's what happened.
It makes no sense.
Well, we're moving into the territory. It would have been
legendary to get that sack against Rodgers. Hey, look, Myles Garrett is 1 sack, he's at 22. He's half a sack.
But Omar, he didn't do it in 16 games.
Exactly.
Man.
Didn't do it.
He didn't do it in 16 games. I was cheering for him to get it in the last 2 weeks. If he gets it next week, I'll give him a round of applause. But he did it in 17 weeks.
Wait a second, Michael Strahan's was a fraudulent sack of Rodgers.
16 games, though.
Mayo said.
It was.
Fraudulent sack of
It was.
Rodgers.
I agree, but it was in 16 games, though.
That's true.
What's more? What would be more fraudulent? The fraudulent sack or getting the sack record in an extra game?
I would like to get in an extra game.
Well, technically, since he's part of this era of football, you know, he didn't make the rules.
No, yeah, you're right about that, Yale. We'll see what happens. I think he's going to get it. Our brother Clutch B, Texans and Chargers have to lose next week in order for the Bills to play the 5 seed. Stupid. Did he type all that just to get back at you? You're an asshole, Brandon. Bills are 6-7 right now.
Copy of me.
Winner of next week will be the 4 seed. I'm so
the 4 seed would have to play the 5 seed, right?
So I'm so mad at you as well, Clever D.
He copied me.
No, for real though, we're pretty much tightened up, gentlemen. And what are our playoff seedings at this point? There's not much to go on except the Buccaneers and Panthers have one last game to decide the NFC South. Let's look at these Jaguars versus Colts. Jaguars moved to 12-4 with a 23-17 victory over the Colts. Colts, I mean, wow, what a fold of a season. I mean, to go from that high to being undefeated for all those weeks and just all those injuries is just fucking horrendous. Pete, let's start with you. What you got on this?
Horrible for them. I'm going to say it. I've been saying it for weeks. I don't know if I can ever believe in the Jacksonville Jaguars until I actually see it. Like, they played a sloppy game today, and they got the win, and a win is a win, but it was ugly. And like Lamar said, they're going to have to play a tough team in round 1. Mm-hmm. It's going to be tough, and I just don't believe in them. And like I said, they're going to have to prove it. I agree. They're going to prove it to me, team, 100%. If they do it, I'll give them their flowers. But until then, I don't care about a regular season for them.
No, I completely agree. Clubber D, what are your thoughts?
Well, when I was looking at the game, just being selfish fantasy purposes, I wanted Strange to do his thing. Or get a little Strange for some change. Who knows? Wait a minute. When I see these glimpses of Trevor Lawrence, I'm like, is this Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, or is this Jacksonville?
He shows it sometimes.
Yes, right? Like when they're in the red zone and he makes a decision, hey, I'm running the ball. It's like concise, boom, boom. But it's like when he's 40 to 50 yards from a touchdown, it's it gets sacked, So I'm not sure what Trevor Lawrence we're getting right now. I like this version. I do like this version we're getting. And how like Washington stepped up. Brian Thomas has been MIA pretty much.
He was injured for most of the season. Yeah,
but he's dropping. He's he's not the same as he had in his rookie season. So if he steps up and starts doing his thing, they could be somebody be like, they kind of
what we really haven't talked about, and this one of the reasons is it's me because I kind of like shit on them all the time. But maybe Liam Cohen needs to be the coach of the year.
He's not bad.
He's not bad. We all clowned him for the Duval. He got clowned so bad for that.
He talked shit too. Not bad for a small market team. Right. Said that last week.
And I saw today. Here's a what could be a professor stat of the day. He's the first time coach to win 12+ games.
Woo!
Ever.
Really?
Well, which Ben Johnson could do tonight or next week too. But he did it first.
Okay. No, that's a great stat. Wow, that's a tremendous stat. Thank you for that. I agree. I think the Jaguars are just, we can't trust them yet. They have not shown it. They're like the Denver Broncos. They're like the fucking Green Bay Packers. Up and down. I'm not going to do the for him movement because I don't need these kids to be out here naming numbers. But what I do know is that they're a roller coaster, and I don't trust the Jags to win
the hurler
in the playoffs.
Hurler. Hey, you know what's crazy about this?
Don't want none of.
You know what's crazy about this, man? I want to talk on and touch on the Indianapolis Colts. This is clearly the tale of two seasons. 2 halves of the season, right? If you look at it, their last 8 games, they're 1-7, and the only win that they had was that comeback overtime win against Atlanta in Germany, right? When they won that game, right? I think the week before they lost to the Steelers, and then they've gone on a 7-game losing streak or whatever. When they won that game in Atlanta, they went 8-2. Do you know that they were a 99% chance to make the playoffs?
99.
Wow. They had no turnovers too. They had the first 8 or 9 games.
I mean, we were talking about them as the best team in the league.
We were talking about them as the best league. Right, and Jonathan Taylor was averaging 3 touchdowns a fucking game.
Omar won him as MVP. Omar won him as MVP.
I still do.
I'm not knocking it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, just think of the seasons, guys. I mean, it's terrible for them. I don't believe them losing a quarterback with a torn or ruptured Achilles tendon would have done anything for them, because if you want to go back and look at the schedule, we can go back and say, they kind of beat a lot of cupcakes. And now here we are. But they did, I think they had lost to the Rams, but then they did beat the Chargers, and you know what I'm saying? So it was one of those who we are. But we talked about Daniel
to be anything.
Exactly. We didn't expect them to be what they were, and a lot of talk was, is Daniel Jones gonna turn back into the pumpkin?
Right, because Michael Penix last year sucked ass at the end of the year.
Right. So man. 2 halves, man. 2 halves of a season where you're 8-2, and now you're 8-8, and you're out of the playoffs. Unreal.
That was a bad roller coaster season, right? Super high, then big time low. And I heard Omar sat down on the shockwave. That's all I heard. He sat on the shockwave.
Wow. Wow. Omar, did you sit down on the shockwave?
I heard Omar rode Days of Thunder with no seatbelt.
Whoa!
No hands with the berserker. No hands.
Fun fact: the Shockwave was the first roller coaster I ever rode. I rode with my dad. Rest in peace.
Was that the same day? Was that the same day you got lost in Yogi's cave?
Oh shit!
I'm also down on the time shaft, man. It was spun around. All my money came out.
I absolutely love Yogi's Cave. Every time I go to King's Dominion, I'm gonna walk that motherfucker and just.
Is it still there?
I don't think so.
Omar lost his glasses on the berserker. What are you talking about?
No, got stuck on it upside down. I would never ride that. Hell no. I knew.
All right, let's move it into these last couple games of the weekend. These were some important ones, though. Seahawks beating the Panthers 27-10. It's important because the Seahawks are 13-3, gentlemen. Holy shit. We saw them steal Sam Darnold. Now, don't get me wrong. I think every person on this panel is going to agree with me. Sam Darnold's going to turn into a pumpkin in the playoffs.
He has been.
Wait.
He's been trending towards that.
This is your division, Clubberty.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's been trending towards that pumpkin the last few games. It's just that I forgot who they played last. Was it the Rams? The Rams stopped blitzing up the middle. They could have stopped him. He wasn't doing diddly squat. Jim Moore, he wasn't doing anything, and they stopped doing that blitzing up the middle, and he came out the victor, and they came back in that comeback win last week. This game, it was a very close defensive game until probably the second half. I want to say maybe through the third quarter when Kenneth Washington got that touchdown. But this was a very tight game. The Panthers play well at home. They're a very good home team, and this is a West Coast team coming to the East Coast. But towards the end of the game, once they scored that first time, it started getting out of hand, and they took over the game. But if the Niners win tonight, NFL loves parity. We got the Seahawks next week. We beat them the first game of the season. We play in the last game of the season at home. The Niners, if we win tonight and win tomorrow, we'll get the first, we'll be number 1 seed at NFC. And also, the Super Bowl's in Santa Clara, so no more road games. So that's incentive for us to win. But also, it's a big game next week if we actually win tonight.
I love that, Clubber D, because that's what I was going to. And I wish Kenneth Walker would have scored that touchdown. It was Zach Charbonnet.
Charbonnet?
Walker, yeah, it was Charbonnet.
Did they call it back then? I know one got called back. I may have got them crossed
Walker,
up. Yeah.
One got called back. Believe me, I started Walker. So I was hoping you were right, but it was not. Charbonnet stole it. But you're completely correct about that. If the 49ers get number 1 seed, they will play home games through the Super Bowl. It's fucking crazy. The home game is in the Super Bowl. That's wild. Anybody got thoughts on the Buccaneers losing? And this is sad.
I got one on the Panthers too, man, because the Panthers win this game.
Go ahead. Yeah,
and they played the game. The thing I like what the NFL did. The NFL played these two teams together at the same time, meaning they played the Panthers and Tampa Bay at the same time. They didn't have one playing earlier and the other one for the outcome of the game to determine how they played. Had the Panthers won this game, they win the division. the Panthers win this game, they win the division because they would have had a better NFC South record against them. Next week wouldn't have mattered. But like we said, we do like the parity of this, where now you're going to face this team for the chance to be the NFC South champion, and to go to the playoffs. Loser goes home and he's sitting on the couch with the rest of us. So, I mean, that's a huge one. For you guys, Dion, with the 49ers, it's a big loss that went around in the NFC North because the Bears have locked it up, right? Maybe they still can lock up the first round bye, so that would cause them to still come out there and play.
I don't know if they can get the number 1 seed overall. What's the Bears record?
They're 13.
They have 11 wins.
They have 11 wins.
Okay, so they can't get the first round bye?
I think they can. They need help.
They can. They need help. They need us. They would need us to lose to them, obviously, tonight, and then us to beat the Seahawks next week.
So that's a possibility.
So basically they have so they're not going to sit their starters. They're out there.
Oh, they're going to play. They're going to play. Yeah,
right.
They're going to play.
Okay,
They better shoot. I got Swift tonight. He better go.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was thinking more so of like, hey, we don't really have to focus so much on because we're in the playoffs or whatever. But it's going to be a fantastic week. Was it 17, 18? It's going to be a fantastic week next week. I think we could probably skip out on a lot of the games and just talk about these 3 games that are going to be huge. And then I am going for the whole fact of you guys beating them tonight, so that it makes it so that game against the Seahawks is for the NFC West, NFC South, and then also the which is the last one, the AFC North. But my thing is, this is what my thing is with the NFL this year. I mean, it's been a fantastic season. I love how it's been coming down to the end of the road right here. I do believe, though, as we talk right now, I think as far as coaching, as far as experience, I think the Rams are in my opinion, the favorite to win the NFC. The NFC is a lot of good teams, but I think the Rams are the best team. I've said this, I think the 49ers are the most consistent team. But their defense scares me. They can't get after the quarterback.
We're playing with scraps right now, and I think that when they talk about Coach of the Year, I think Kyle Shanahan gets snubbed a lot for Coach of the Year, and Brock Purdy missed like 6. Like, what was it? Mac Jones. Brock Purdy missed 8 games. Kittle missed 6 games. He's missing tonight. So that's be 7 games. Bosa, Warner out. You know what I'm saying? So we've lost a lot of our heavy hitters, and we're still doing well.
Still doing right. Exactly.
Ricky Parcell, he's barely played this year, you know what I'm saying? Our number 1 receiver. So it's like we've nothing but injuries, just like my fantasy team. Nothing but injuries, but we're still where we are. And Shanahan doesn't get the credit he deserves.
I mean, no, that's mad facts though. The Niners have been injured year after year after year, and consistently how
Shanahan need one of these mushrooms. They need one of these mushrooms. That's what they need.
Well, you know, when the Shanahans were here, we had injury issues too. So maybe it's their staff.
Well, not to be weird about it, it's the coaching, it's the training staff, and also they train. Their training camp where they practice at is around these antennas or something like that, where they say there's a study saying if you're near these antennas, it's high. I forgot the name, but it's
electromagnetic.
They're saying there's a study saying that it's your high chance of getting injured or whatever, soft tissue injuries by being affected by these antennas. And that's actually, it's a real thing, but I'll do my due diligence on that one. But it's actually true. One of the reporters said that.
No, I believe you. I believe there's like some electromagnetic field or something like that. Like, I mean, honestly, look, there's a reason that the nuclear power plant in Chernobyl ruined millions of lives. It's because that shit is not to be fucked with. And you can't just be playing around energy. Like, imagine we just went up, we're across from Clubber D's house where they got the basketball court, and then they got the
oh, it's right there.
Line.
Yeah.
Like, imagine
I lost my hair.
Just like getting caught up in that shit all the time.
That's how I lost my hair.
Homer Simpson works a mile away from him right there.
A 3-eyed fish and just swimming through the Potomac. And
all right, gentlemen, I'm gonna eat my crow.
But before you do that, let's bring up something we haven't talked about yet, gentlemen.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
The dang Panthers or Bucks are going to get a home playoff game and play somebody that probably has 3 more wins than them.
Stop it.
At home.
Stop
it. The NFL needs to change that. The NFL needs to change that. They need to.
Hey, we can say hold on. We can say the same thing about the Steelers and the Ravens.
He's animated.
Omar.
Just hey, Peach. The Steelers and the Ravens are in the same situation, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I agree with you, Peach. That's crazy. We need to fix the seating. There's no reason they should be hosting a
Only way they do that, they say just one big group on this side, one group on that side. It's the only way we can do that.
Exactly.
But they're not gonna do all that.
No, I mean, it's not like this all the time, and most of the time there are the teams that.
But it is because your division sucks every fucking year. It does. It happens every year.
Whoa! Wait a second.
Hey.
Wait a second. The reason that the Chiefs have won so many fucking Super Bowls because your fucking division is dog shit, and they play your guys 6 times a fucking year.
Not anymore.
That's
baby.
why. So
not anymore.
Hey, come on, same thing with Tom Brady and the Patriots back then.
Right. Same thing with Tom Brady. They played the fucking Bills, the Jets, and the fucking Dolphins, who had a combined 6 wins all season every fucking year.
Hey man, we
have 8
hosted
Super
a
Bowls
playoff
too.
game at 7 wins. We hosted a playoff game against the Bucks with 7 wins, so I know how it is.
We also trashed 1 year in our division. Same way.
Yeah. No, you guys. Divisions are divisions for a reason, and you're the division champion. I mean, we love or hate it. Hey, fuck it. Who cares? Because
I'm not going to be rude, but can I just say the Niner game because I'm about to get off?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're good. What's your pick for tonight's game?
My pick tonight will be. I feel like they're going to. This will be similar to the Colts game where their offense is going to look good the first 2 quarters. I'm assuming there will be a Brock pick 1 or 2 times because the Bears do take away the most in the NFL right now, and then the Brock haters like, oh my God, get him out the game, eat a dick. So I'm gonna say Caleb Williams will look good for the first half of this game, and then Robert Saleh will kind of tighten up the screws in the 3rd quarter, and the Niners take over. I got the Niners. I'm gonna go 24-17.
All right.
Wow, that's total opposite than normal because Caleb Williams usually stinks the first half and he comes alive in the second half. So that would be interesting.
Defense coordinator, man, we adjust.
I'm actually gonna pick the Bears tonight.
They can win, yeah.
I don't know why. I just think you guys aren't going to score that much, and the Bears going to keep it close, and they're going to do their 4th quarter thing. They're going to win at the last second, and no Kittle is huge. That is humongous. So.
If it was in Chicago, I would say so, but it's in San Francisco. San Francisco has been hot. San Francisco's injuries are healing. We still can't trust Chicago. I guess San Francisco in this one so they can lock up the number 1 seed in the conference. Dirty Mojo.
No, I agree with Peach. Sorry, Dion. I do think that I do think that the 49ers are a consistent offense. I just think that the Bears are hot and they're riding this high. I think their defense is better than the 49ers defense. And the same thing, I think it will be something, I guess, a lower scoring game though. But I think that the Bears will be ahead fast. So, 23-17, but I think it'll be like 23-7 in the 4th quarter, and then they'll score a couple points. They'll score a little bit so that they can get it to 23-17.
Super quick before we get you. Go ahead, finish up.
I think it's the Bears.
Super quick, Dion, before we get you out of here. Rams Falcons tomorrow night. I thought you had paused, so I thought you were done, Lamar. Rams versus Falcons tomorrow night in Atlanta. Rams are, as Peach mentioned, 6.5 favorite. Who you got?
Well, for this game, I would love a shootout. I would like Stafford and Kirk Cousins to show the world who they are, especially Kirk Cousins, fancy purposes. I feel like Drake London, please play. I need you to. I like this game because the Falcons have not given up yet. The Falcons are still showing the world that they're still an NFL team, and we haven't folded. And also, Raider Raheem is coaching for his job, and the main thing, the underlining whole, I guess, story for this game is the Falcons don't want to lose and give them a better draft pick. They want to win and have a better record. So their 1st-round draft pick that they traded for them, that was a great trade because Pierce is killing it right now, Pierce Jr. They want to win and say, hey, you know what? Okay, you got a 1st round, but you're not in the top 10. Get from 11 through 20. All right. So how many wins y'all got so far this year, Lamar?
6.
Let's go for 7.
Okay.
Like the kids say.
And good point on James Pierce. Amazing rookie season.
Killing it.
He's having good. Hey, Dion is absolutely right that the Rams are fighting to beat the Atlanta Falcons, not only to shore up their position in the playoffs and their dominance, but also to get that better pick in the first round of the NFL draft. I will say this: the Atlanta Falcons actually, aside from that Steelers game, not Steelers game, I'm sorry, the Seahawks game, the Falcons actually play against good teams really well. They actually compete against them. They get outcoached and they end up losing somehow, some way or another at the end of the game. I still, in my opinion, though, I think the Rams are too strong of a team for us.
Rams are so strong.
I know that.
I think the Rams are a better team than the Seahawks, to be honest.
Yeah, I do too.
Same here. They're the best to me.
Yeah, I think they're the best team in the NFC. I said that a little while ago, whatever. But
I was thinking about this during the week. I want to propose this to you, gentlemen. I believe that the 3 teams in the NFC West are better than the 3 top teams in the AFC.
Yeah, the NFC as a whole is better than the AFC this year.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Because you got Buffalo, Denver, and like Houston or like no, the NFC West is better than them altogether.
And then the Eagles are better than them too. So I mean, there's that.
Eagles too. Eagles, yeah.
I think
there's only 3 teams. But hold on, let me get my score real quick.
Go ahead.
To get my score, I got the Rams winning this game 30-24. I think Atlanta will put points up against them, but Rams are too strong.
Peach?
Yeah, I think the Rams roll. Not having Devontae Adams will be huge, but they need this to stay alive for that number 1 seed. That's more important than anything that Atlanta has to play for. And you should hope they lose anyway for radio. You need them to lose to get him out of there.
Wait, but do we think? I think Radio already saved his job. To be honest,
I don't think so. I think the writing's on the wall for him too.
Maybe, but an ass kicking to end your season, the game you remember leaving out on.
That's true.
Can change
Monday night.
And what I was going to say is, I really think the NFC is top heavy with 3 teams. It's the Rams, it's the San Francisco 49ers, it's the Eagles. One of the 3 teams will be representing the NFC. The Seahawks are fake. They got Darnold. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Though one of those 3 teams will be winning the NFC.
Pumpkin mode for Darnold. Going to happen again. All right. Hey, we really appreciate it.
Whoa. Let me get my Atlanta score. I think I'm going to go with I think it's going to be a shootout. I'm going to say 34-21 Atlanta.
What?
Yeah. Bijan is going to go off.
Bijan's going to go off. Hey, I think Kyle Pitts will have a good game too.
Kyle Pitts is going to go off. Drake London won't.
I'll go 34-21 the other way. Rams victory. Rams really need this. I think they need it more for pride than anything. Even if they weren't able to get the number 1 seed, I think they would just be playing because they've had a really up and down season. Puka Nacua needs to get healthy. Devontae Adams, hopefully they get him back for the playoffs. I don't know how bad his hamstring is, but it looked really bad when he went down. That game, it didn't come back. So
Puka's a monster, man.
Yeah, he's a beast. Man,
yeah,
I wish the Raiders wouldn't have wasted him or Randy Moss, but that's neither here nor there. We are here and we are there. I am here with my brothers after Christmas, before New Year's. So before we get to New Year's, my brother, we will not see each other again before then. Let's go around the horn and get everybody's thoughts. Dirty Mojo, what are your thoughts before New Year's, my friend?
Everybody have a safe and happy New Year. Please don't drink and drive, man. I'd rather see you guys and going into 2026 and the 2027. It's too many avenues out there that you can get home safe. I want you to go out there, party, and have safe. Hey, I will say this. My boy Leroy, if you guys know my boy Leroy, he made me this right here. Leroy was involved in a motorcycle accident 10 years ago. I had a very severe brain injury, and he designed this for me. I'll bring it up so you guys can see it. He made this for me. He's doing really well. He's doing his stuff, man, for him. Hey, guys, we also got to get together to do the college stuff. Don't forget.
Yeah, by the way, those bets are out the window now. Now we got to do a whole nother bet for the second half. So I'm going to send the shit I got again for the points. Let's agree on it, and let's start with this next one.
That's fine.
Peach, what you got?
Hey, happy New Year's, guys. I can't believe it's about to be 2026 already.
Wow.
I think we're living dog years now because it just seems like 2025 just happened. Yep. I mean, it went from doing a Thanksgiving show, and we're already the New Year show. So it's insane. But I love you guys, and man, I hope y'all have a wonderful New Year.
Well, the insane part is that we've known each other for so long. So for anybody watching this show, that doesn't understand the friendships that are involved in these four people right here. I mean, I knew Lamar first when I was about 5 with Bajo and the Bay. And then I met Dion shortly after at like 8 with like him and Brandon. I met them around 8, 9, 10-ish. And then I met Peach in middle school around 12, 13-ish. So, I mean, you're looking at 30 years of friendship.
30 plus. 30 plus.
What do you have to say?
Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat what anyone else said. You know, we're all family here. We all have fun. We're all gonna talk shit and chew bubble gum. But I will. I'm hit the table. I will say this. MMA award show.
Yes, I was waiting.
Tuesday. Okay, tune in, mother lovers. Tuesday. We ain't forget. We got the award. We got it. Okay. Tune in on Tuesday. More to come with that. And also we have the college football show coming up. I'm glad we did this football shit because I wanted to do this. Omar, when you were doing this last time with the other fellas, shout out to the bottom line. I wanted to do something consistent this year. I'm glad, you guys jumped on and stuck through it. This is fucking awesome. I wish I was into basketball that much. I do something with basketball. I just don't really watch basketball that much anymore. Go Suns. But I'm glad we're doing this because this is like, I like talking pause with my friends. And usually this was the steakhouse where we would watch football together back in the day. But now we can kind of just do this, online and have fun with each other.
Did you say a combat sports award show?
Yeah.
Are we calling them the Clubbies?
No, I don't like that. He can call him that. He can call him that. I'm not calling it that. I'm not calling it that.
Hey, look,
the Fighter of the Year Clubby.
Yeah, the Clubbies were supposed to be after the Grammys and the Emmys.
Yeah, I'd rather be original. I don't like that.
But he doesn't like it, and that's fine because I don't care because it's his show anyway. So
that's too cheesy for me. I need something. I'll think of something. I don't know. Whatever. But
until
then, you guys can call it the Clubbies. Y'all call it the Clubbies if you want. That's fine. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Okay.
Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Find out Clubbies MMA KOs, fights, boxing KOs, fights of the year. We're going through it all. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern as well. I'm going to get Savio Vega for another interview this week. I saw him last night. The IWA Puerto Rico card was amazing last night. So we're going to do a review of that interview this week. So y'all look out for that. And as well, hey, Sunday Showdown. Y'all thought we were done. We'll be back next year. And we'll be back next week.
We're going to play.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Next year.
I just wanted to let him know.
He was dead joking next year, as in a couple days next year.
No.
That son of a bitch. No. I like it, Omar. I like it, Omar.
No. I did it because Dion was foreshadowing as well. Dion said how much he enjoyed the show, doing it with our friends. And so I was just foreshadowing that maybe next year we may continue.
Hey, Pete, I thought he was doing the old New Year's Eve. Hey, guys, I'll see you guys next year. I thought he was doing that shit.
Hey,
yeah, because next year will be next Sunday's games.
We'll see you next year.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure four. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this mic pro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Introducing the Ballin' Bud 703 Boys Crew, Clubber D, Dirty Mojo, Shane Peach, and the Sports Professor. Welcome to Sunday Showdown.